Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Lexington Town Center Field for another edition of 2026 Summer League Baseball. Tonight's matchup features the visiting ADSL of the Boston Park League and your Lexington Blue Sox. ADSL enters tonight with a record of 4 wins and 9 losses, the Blue Sox at 7-3. At this time, let us introduce you to today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting ADSL. Leading off, the center fielder, Nick Kreis. Batting second, shortstop, Ryan Goonan. Batting third, the catcher, Cam Morrison. Batting cleanup, starting at DH, Jason Leonard. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Eric Leonard. Batting sixth, starting at third base, Devin Grove. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Richie Amaralt. Batting eighth, starting in right field, Brady Sturdivant. Batting ninth, the second baseman, Jacob Spur. And on the mound for ADSL, Mike Connolly. ADSL is led by player manager, Jason Leonard. And now for your defending Intercity League champion, Lexington Blue Sox. Leading off, the center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak. Batting second, the second baseman, number 3, Jake McElroy. Batting third, starting at shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 23, Ryan Grundy. Batting fifth, starting at third base, number 10, Dylan Walsh. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 26, Talon Rossborough. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, number 25, Craig Corliss. Batting eighth, starting in left field, number 37, Logan Auer. Batting ninth, your designated hitter, number 31, Brian Acosta. Batting 10th, your starting catcher, number 7, Brendan Doyle. And on the mound for the Blue Sox, the left-hander, number 44, Michael O'Brien. The Blue Sox are led by manager Rick DeAngelis. We appreciate everyone coming out to Town Center Field tonight. We ask that all spectators enjoy this game under all tenets of good sportsmanship. We defer to the umpiring crew on any decisions regarding ejections, and remember, their decisions are final. Without further ado, let's play ball.
Thank you, Chris Del Sordo, who will not be joining us on Mike 2 tonight because it is the anniversary stream here from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. for another edition of Blue Sox Baseball on LSP. It's the wife, Katrina Good.
Hi, everyone.
Riding shotgun as the Blue Sox finally get back to work. Their first game in a week after a couple of rainouts, and I'm sure they would love to get back to work as quickly as possible after that loss in their last game a week ago. That was a tough one. They had Palmer 1 out away from a tie, and then a 9-inning tie, and then a walk-off RBI with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth gave Palmer the win, took the full 2 points, stole a point from the Blue Sox. Now here they are at 7-3 as they host ADSL out of the Park League at 4-9, and Nick Kreis is going to lead things off for the visitors.
The center fielder, number 21, Nick Kreis.
Michael O'Brien gets the start on the bump tonight for the Blue Sox, and Nick Kreis settling into the batter's box. Lefty against righty. First pitch coming at you, 7:59 on the outside corner for strike one, and we are underway. 3 years. Can you believe it, Katrina?
What a time.
I can't believe it. I'm still going to have my influence felt on this podcast.
Grounder to the left side. You got 2 very good defenders out there in Dylan Walsh and Anderson Jimenez, but Kreis hits them where they ain't, and it's a leadoff single for ADSL.
For anyone who hasn't watched one of our broadcasts with me and Sam before,
The shortstop, number 2, Ryan Goonan.
I am not a professional color commentator. I'm just a girl who watches her husband do a lot of play-by-play.
Upstairs for ball 1 of the shortstop, Ryan Goonan. Leadoff man aboard in the person of the center fielder, Nick Kreis. And now here is Goonan against Obi. That is down and in for a ball, and a 2-0 count here. Hitters count for Goonan. Obi making his 4th appearance of the season, 2-0 with a 2.67 ERA. Up and away for a ball, 3-0. And Obi has, gotten off to slow starts a couple of times this year, but has eventually finds his footing later on. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Definitely.
The slow starts, those are his best outings.
Yeah, I know, because he had the slow start against the Middlesex Expos on June 5th, ended up going the distance in that win.
Oh.
Fly ball into center field. Pasiak took a step back,
He
but
caught
then
it.
takes a couple steps in and makes the catch for out number 1.
The catcher, number 5, Cam Morrison.
Obi has gone at least 6 innings in all 3 of his appearances this year. He pitched the first 8 in that loss to Palmer. He also went 6 against the Brighton Braves on June 11th, and despite giving up 7 earned runs in that one, still got the dub. Otherwise, he has allowed just 1 earned run in 15 innings.
Well, in my day job, I tell people consistency is key.
And, sometimes it takes a little bit to grease the wheels, but, you only have so much time to warm up before games. But, once Obi gets going, it's hard to get him to stop. Cam Morrison, the catcher, standing in with 1 out and a runner on first. He pops this one up into foul territory. Over towards the line goes Grundy and makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting for ADSL, the designated hitter, number 8, Jason Leonard.
So Jason Leonard, the player manager for ADSL, will try to keep the line moving. Pickoff attempt. Oh, he got him! He got him! Wow! Oh!
ADSL in the top of the first. No runs on 1 hit. No Blue Sox errors. And 1 runner left on.
I don't think even he believed that one.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, not to disrespect, it was just a simple step back by Kreis, and I didn't think they got him. Did he overstep the bag or something?
Apparently.
But whatever happened, it is 1 hit for ADSL, but no runs and no runners left as Obi faces the minimum somehow, some way, and we go to the bottom of the first. ADSL nothing, and the Blue Sox coming up.
That was, I don't think he faced it. But does that count as facing the minimum?
No, yes, it does, because Leonard never actually.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, everybody.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of
Whatever this is.
Yes. So, Obi faces the minimum on just 10 pitches in the top of the first, and now it'll be Mike Connolly taking the bump for ADSL in the bottom of the first, and this is the 10-man lineup the Blue Sox will send against him. It'll be Jack Pasiak in center, followed by Jake McElroy at second, Anderson Jimenez at short, Ryan Grundy at first, Dylan Walsh is at third, Talon Rossbro is in right, Craig Corliss making his triumphant return to the Blue Sox as the extra hitter. Logan Hours in the left. Brian Acosta is the DH. And Brendan Doyle rounds out the 10-man lineup for the Blue Sox behind the plate. So Mike Connolly getting the start for ADSL. This is his 4th appearance of the year. He is 2-0 with a 1.17 ERA in 12 innings in which he's allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 of which are earned, walked 2, and struck out 17. This is his first start of the year against an ICL team. His 2 wins came against the Brighton Black Sox and Palmer, but do not use the commutative property, I'm sure, to infer that necessarily that ADSL will be taking the win here against the Blue Sox. That's why they play the games. But here's someone who is definitely playing the game very well this year, Jack Pasiak.
Mike Connolly. And leading off for the Blue Sox, the center fielder, number 14, Jack
Pasiak has a hit in every game he's played this year, but in 3 of his last 5 games, he's only had 1 hit. Aw shucks. Skies this one into right field towards the line, and that will be caught for out number 1 by the right fielder Brady Sturdivant. So always important to retire Jack especially on just 1 pitch, as he's slashing 1384 out of the leadoff spot this year.
Number 3, Jake McElroy.
Here's Jake McElroy. Going to start second baseman. I guess second base, he really can play anywhere, can't he? Mac only hitting .222 through his first 6 games as he takes a strike, 0-1. Does have 3 walks on top of his 4 hits, and all of his hits have been for extra bases at that. 3 doubles and a homer, but quickly Connolly is ahead of McElroy, 0-2. No batting gloves here for Jake.
I don't know if you heard Bruce say, but that was the first pickoff of the year.
For the Blue Sox, first pickoff of the year. Thank you, Bruce, and that's taken down and away for ball 1. Jimenez due up next, and if anyone gets on, Ryan Grundy, as Connolly comes set and delivers, and grounded to the left side. Nice job to knock it down, but it was going to be a base hit anyways, even if the shortstop Ryan Goonan was able to come up with that, and it's a 1-out single.
He tried really hard.
He really did.
Number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
So 1 out and a runner at first, and here is AJ. Jimenez slashing 300, 323, 400. And takes down and away for a ball, 1-0. Jimenez with 9 hits and 30 at-bats, and 3 of them are doubles. Chops this one foul at the dish. That'll even the count at 1. Jimenez with 1 RBI on the year. McElroy at first has not attempted a stolen base this year, but he was 8 out of 10 last year, and he's 10 out of 13 in his regular season career with the Blue Sox. One and one here in the first with 1 out and a runner on first. Long set and then a foul tip into the mitt for strike 2. Jimenez did not play in the game against Palmer, was 2 for 3 against the Boston Blue Jays. A run scored in his last game played. Takes down and away, and good job by Morrison to make sure that didn't squeak any further away from the plate. 2-2.
Did the Boston Blue Jays have a different name?
No, that's a new franchise.
And they beat us, right?
No, Palmer did.
Palmer, okay.
The Blue Jays were already an existing youth program in Boston, and now they have a Park League team. 2-2. Chopper foul, unfazed is Rick DeAngelis as that one bounced past him in the third base coach's box.
But he's seen it all.
You ever seen a grown man eat his own head? And he hasn't seen everything.
I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know his personal life.
This man's covered some ground, I feel like.
2-2 once again. Again,
He's taking his time.
Yep. And it gets a swing and a miss. 2 down. First strikeout of the game for either side.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the first baseman, number 23, Ryan Grundy.
So here's Grundy, who's playing in only his 4th game of the season, but has made an impact in those 3 games he's already played. He's 3 for 8 with 2 homers and 4 ribbies.
Pretty good.
That's an impact.
1625 OPS. Gotta love small sample sizes. Here's a pickoff attempt, but no tag made.
I figured he would throw over. I mean, I thought he's playing this cat and mouse with these long sets to try and lull Jake into a sense of security, right? Or at least not let him time the release.
Well, Obi wasn't exactly going into long sets either, and then he got the first pickoff of the year for the Blue Sox. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Looked pretty hittable, too, off speed, over the pipe.
Connolly's got a really good off-speed pitch. It looks like it's tunneling like just directly out of the same spot of his fastball.
All three, and now all four of Grundy's appearances this year have been against Park League competition. And he, oh my
God.
no, oh no, oh no, oh no. That hit Sal Mirabella in, I believe that's Sal. Is that Sal? No. He hit the first base coach out there, and
Like pretty close to his face.
who's working first base?
What's up?
Is that who's working first base?
It's Sal.
It is Sal? Okay. He just wasn't wearing 28. I wasn't sure. Oh, my goodness. Sal getting a line drive right off the temple, and he wasn't wearing a helmet either, but, like, he is a tough man, Lexington police officer, too. And, you know, if
Should I call somebody on
I think we should wait for
Wait
someone
for
else to say
directions.
like I think you know, having Sal and Mark.
Looks like Rick is calling someone.
Yes.
Pat's got it already.
All right. Bringing ice out to Sal. Sal is like one of the longest tenured members of the Blue Sox organization, too, not just as a coach, but as a player, and also helping with stuff behind the scenes. Sorry?
Extra water bottle.
Here you go, here you go, here you go. Oh, he's back up.
I
Yeah.
figured we get him.
He's a tough man, as I said, and that's always scary to see that,
Yeah.
you know, like, that is Mark out there in the Vineyard Vine shirt, I believe, and you know, if there's ever an emergency, we have, you know, two guys present at just about every game, and at least one of them in Sal and Mark, and you know, Mark being a Mass Maritime grad and becoming a first responder too. You know, you got two guys cut out for the job if anything like this happens. Unfortunately, one of the guys who does that job now needs to sit down, but he's, as you can see, he's coming across home plate right now as there's concern all around, but he's walking off more or less under his own power, and now Rick DeAngelo's talking to the umpires, probably just calling EMT to try and get here as soon as he can, just make sure that nothing. Pat McGowan was also on the phone.
You just said there's a bus coming.
You couldn't hit a ball more square. Like you could not piece off a ball.
Oh my goodness, yeah, like. So obviously.
And this is like the first game that we've had Sal out all year, right? I haven't seen him at another home game. Maybe the first game.
He's been. I think he's been here a couple times. That's just something, you know is a hazard of the job. You just can never guess when it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
There was and I hate for my mind to go in this direction, but wasn't there like a incident, like, you know, there's a situation many moons ago when, like, I forget, it was a major league base coach or a minor league base coach got drilled in the head with a line drive and then passed away from the injuries, and that sparked, you know, the rule change for base coaches.
It was the Tulsa Drillers first base coach.
Oh my God. So obviously you hope that things will be under control with Sal's condition right now, and obviously everything is on hold to make sure that Sal gets the attention that he needs. Rick talking to the umpires, and
It does look like it was more of like an orbital bone, cheekbone hit.
yeah,
than it was a temple hit.
right. I mean, not that makes it,
Right.
you know,
It all feels
better,
the same.
but like,
You get that kind of. Oh yeah, they're coming.
yep. Can hear the siren. We can hear the sirens behind us.
And
Coming
let
down.
it be known on air that when I ran over there to try and drop off the water bottle, Sal did make a pretty heartfelt request to not call an ambulance on his behalf. And then Anderson offered to drive him, and while that was happening, Pat was calling for help. So
Yeah.
Hey,
it worked out the way
he's a tough guy for all the reasons I just talked about, and you know, all things considered, at least for now, he should be. We'll just not going to speculate, not going to
Yeah, don't
guarantee
do that.
anything, but hope he'll be all right. It's at least encouraging to see him be able to walk back to the dugout. But I have to imagine Conley will be allowed, you know, warm-up toss or two if he needs it. But everyone's getting back into position, so.
Hey, Ryan, good cut, baby.
So after all that, 0-1 is the count to Grundy.
0-2, my apologies.
Oh, it is 0-2?
Yeah,
Oh.
he took a strike.
He took this right. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. Then the foul. All right, so 0-2 is the count, rather, to Grundy, with a runner on first and 2 down here in the first. Down and in for a ball.
You got to really
I guess Jake's coaching himself.
get back into the right headspace after all that.
Yeah, and Rick, obviously, he would be in the third base coach's box, but his attention is, you know, towards Sal at the moment. Grundy strokes this one into right field, but got under it just a bit too much. It is a bit cooler right now than it has been at some of the recent home games. So that is going to be an easy fly out to right, and the inning is over. We are through 2 complete, still no score. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. You know, you can also buy ads on future content to support a broadcaster and his wife on their 3rd wedding anniversary, hint, hint.
You know, in case you want to.
At any rate, OB, after facing the minimum in the top of the first, thanks to his pickoff, the first of the year for the Blue Sox, he'll face Leonard, and Grove, attorneys at law, to begin the top of the second. We may wait a moment because we got the ambulance flashers here, and I don't know if that's going to be a distraction or anything. But you do have a lefty against a righty, and they have their backs turned to it for what it's worth. So it is 1-0, the count to the player manager for ADSL, Jason Leonard, who pops this one foul and now to play for strike 1. OB in his 3rd season with the Blue Sox, son of Boston College football head coach Bill O'Brien. Little nubber to the right side. The grass is thick, but play is made by Jake McElroy for out number 1.
I'm easy to please. He is like a celebrity to me because of the connection.
Now batting for ADSL, the first baseman, number 22, Eric Leonard.
Yeah, that's another thing Chris and I were talking about before the game. All the rain that came over the last week, the grass hasn't been cut in that time. It doesn't appear that way anyways. So that could make ground balls, you know, a little more challenging tonight. As Leonard is retired, now here is the first baseman, Eric Leonard, who takes a strike. And the count will be 1-1. OB in his career, 4-0. 59 innings with a 3.66 ERA, as that's fouled off for strike 2. And ball's jumping off guys' bats in the early going here pretty well, but Only one hit aside so far, and that'll be up and away for a ball.
Not jumping as well as the mosquitoes.
Never in all the years. This entire campus is a peat bog. 3-2 as that one just misses outside to Eric Leonard. Leonard grounds this one up the middle. Grundy, Grundy will make the pick on the throw by McElroy. Kind of a low throw, though, and that's 2 down.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Devin Grove.
So Devin Grove will try to keep the line moving for ADSL. The first 2 are retired, and that one gets, again, between Walsh and Jimenez for a base hit. Both hits so far for ADSL have been to that exact spot on the left side.
The left fielder, number 23, Richie Amaral.
And for what it's worth, that was the same direction as McElroy's hit in the bottom of the first. Left side of the infield for both teams going to be put to work tonight.
Show must go on aspect of all this right now.
Yeah.
Grounder to short. Jimenez double clutch, but does get the force at second for the out that retires the side. Quickly go ADSL in the top of the second. Buck and a half in the books, still no score.
We will move it to the bottom of the second inning, still scoreless. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the second, Walsh, Rossborough, and Corliss.
Wrong one. The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code now to go to the spring store and buy.
I designed the mug. You should go buy it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you didn't. You're fine.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Blue Sox, third baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
Walsh, Rossborough, and Corliss due up here in the bottom of the second against Mike Connolly. Through 15 pitches in the first inning. Now just the one hit. And here's Walshy. That is just outside for a ball. 1-0 to Dylan, who is 7 for 11 in the 3 games he's played so far.
Now that's very, I don't even need to ask, is that good?
I don't know, you might not know. You might be one of the Tartan Army who had never seen a baseball game before.
Undercover.
Or like one of the Norwegian Viking fans
That were rowing the boat while the Mets were getting shelled.
That's one of the best pieces. As a Phillies fan, that's like the best piece of video I've seen in a while.
Curveball chopped to the left side and fanned on by both the pitcher Connolly and the third baseman Grove for a leadoff base runner.
The right fielder, number 26, Talon Rossborough.
Here's Talon Rossborough, him and his cannon arm, although obviously not going to come to play here at the plate. But Talon playing in his third game, looking for his first hit. He does have a walk, though. Fouls that one off for strike one.
You're right, Sam. Both teams just big hacks in the batter's
Rossborough playing his first game for the Blue Sox in 15 days. It's 0 for 1 against TJOs with a walk back on the 10th.
It's easy to go that long when there's been games off.
Yeah. Again, when you lose a heartbreaker like they did to Palmer, and then you have all these postponements, you might get a little antsy. So, I don't know if it's Blue Sox looking to take out some frustration on ADSL tonight. On a hop too short, and that gets through.
Oh, he was mad.
Yeah, that's a one hop right into your gut and likely a 6-4-3 double play. Instead, it's an E6, and it's first and second for the returning Craig Corliss.
UMass Boston legend.
Corliss in 2023 with the Blue Sox played in 11 games and went 8 for 27 with 2 doubles, 2 homers, 7 ribbies, 1 walk, 4 runs scored. Was hit by 3 pitches too for a 980 OPS. He takes strike 1.
You said 8 hits, 2 doubles, and 2 home runs on his 8 hits.
Half of his hits were for extra bases. Yep. That is a slug of 593 in 27 ABs.
He can do that now. I give him permission.
Can't get 2 doubles on 1 play, though. Maybe not with that attitude.
Yeah, but you get 2 RBI right now. That would be very clutch.
Well, you do have a couple of guys with good speed. If you put one into the gap, it probably will be 2-0. Rossborough can
Speak it
fly.
into existence.
Rossborough plays catcher every now and then, and he has to be the fastest catcher in the high school. I would make that argument.
1-2 is the count to Corliss. Had a 995 OPS with the Beacons in 2021. 1 homer and 16 ribbies.
I called one of his home runs in 2022.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Foul tip into the mitt, in fact. For out number 1, second strikeout for Connolly.
The left fielder, number 37, Logan Auer.
See what Logan Auer can do here. Playing just his second game of the year for the Blue Sox. Was 2 for 2 against the Boston Blue Jays with 2 ribbies, in fact, plus a walk. Reasonable start to your Blue Sox career, and let's see what he can do here in his home debut.
I like his cleats. They remind me of the colors from our wedding.
Curveball clipped the plate for strike 1 on the way in.
Will you go with like a slate blue? On
Navy and Carolina blue, hence the jersey I'm wearing today.
He called it Carolina blue. It wasn't Carolina blue.
It's whatever. Oh, boy. That hit somewhere or just...
got hit. It was just right between the bleachers and the fence.
Oof.
Like, he was in the line of fire right
Seriously.
He
like-
got a fence between us.
Yeah, like...
Dangerous lumber in that left-handed batter's box right now.
Dangerous lumber in every batter's box tonight. All 2 of them. 0-2 is the count to Auer. Waits on the curveball, but foul tips it into the mitt for the 3rd strikeout and 2nd in a row for Connolly.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the designated hitter, number 31, Brian Acosta.
So let's see what Acosta can do here after the first 2 reach, but then the next 2 were struck out. Acosta looking for his first hit since June 11th against the Brighton Braves. He's 0 for his last 9. Outside for a ball. He's slashing 200, 276, 240 with 5 ribbies and 1 double.
Those are some distracting lights.
Oh yeah, those are always a problem. As that curveball hits the top of the zone, 1-1. We got some bicyclists coming down the gravel path, but usually it's like even behind like the mesh fence beyond right field, people's brights can mess with the hitters. Acosta takes outside 2-1.
This guy really takes his time.
Yep. Blue Sox have a lot of fast workers on their staff, but so they're used to, certainly on defense. Just watch their guys get it and throw from the Mark Burley School of Pitching. I don't think I've seen anyone in the ICL this year work this deliberately, but it's been working. Here's a chopper to third. Throw on to first. He got the pick there at first, did Eric Leonard, for the out that retires the side.
Bottom of the second, no runs on 1 hit, 1 ADSL error, and 2 runners left on base. We move it to the top of the third inning, still scoreless. Due up for ADSL in the top of the third, Sturdivant, Spur, and Kreis.
Are you down with a sound called LSP? Then
I am.
I would sure hope so. Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal and Creator Spring LSP 37. It's the right thing to do. We go to the top of the third, 8, 9, and 1 due up for ADSL, starting with the right fielder, Brady Sturdivant.
Leading off the top of the third for ADSL, the right fielder, number 20, Brady Sturdivant.
Sturdivant playing in his 6th game of the year. He is 2 for 13 with 1 RBI, no extra base hits, and no walks. Obi gets ahead of him with a swing and a miss, 0-1. Grounder to the left side, foul. It'll be 0-2.
I feel like that was less than a second between Obi catching the ball back from Brendan and just getting back set. It's like such a stark contrast.
It really is, but there's more than one way to do it. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Brady Sturdivant for the first K of the game for Michael O'Brien.
The second baseman, number 10, Jacob Spur.
Obi is not really a big strikeout guy in general. He's got 18 and 21. That's 18 strikeouts and 21 innings this year. That's less than a K an inning. The only time he has averaged more than a strikeout per inning was his rookie year, which he had 13 Ks in 10 2/3. You don't often get a whole lot of teams in baseball where your top 2 starters, neither of them are big strikeout guys. That's the case with Obi and Drapes. And they're still both very good pitchers. Remains 1-2. Second base.
Glad everything was able to get dry so we could have the game.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it wasn't exactly that hot yesterday and today, but it was warm enough that you would think the field would be ready. But sometimes you don't know how fields will end up drinking as much water that got dumped at the start of this week. Good battle here by the number 9 hitter, Jacob Spur, the second baseman. This is one thing that Blue Sox pitchers have struggled with a lot in recent years, that trying to put away the number 9 hitter who strokes this one into right center field, and that will be down for extra bases. Spur's got a double. from the number 9 man, Jacob Spur, for his first extra base hit of the year.
And he was fast. He was to second base before we knew how far the ball went.
Once I knew that was down for a hit, I thought he was going to end up at third. So I think it's a little bit lucky there for the Blue Sox that you just have the man at second right now. The lineup turns over for Nick Kreis, who led off the ball game with a base hit to left. That's the first piece we've really seen the opposite way, although, you know, in play, I think obviously the hardest hit ball to the right side tonight was the one that got Sal in the first base coach's box earlier. It is 1-0. It is now 2-0. Kreis slashing .421, .463, .447 in 12 games this year. Spur with a one-out double, the third hit of the ball game for ADSL. It's now 2-1. Runner in scoring position for Kreis, who has 4 ribbies on the year. Down in for a ball, it's 3-1. Ryan Goonan due up next. Fly ball into right. Moving in is Rossborough, makes the catch, and there is the hose, but it goes out of play.
Oh.
A little too strong, and he is awarded home plate for a run. Wow. So it's not a sac fly. Spur scores on the E9. But my God.
The shortstop, number 2, Ryan Goonan.
Host to remember, and like, sometimes you don't know your own strength.
And right back up.
Fly ball into center field, and that'll be caught for the out that retires the side, but ADSL take the lead on the overthrow by Talon Rossborough, and we go to the bottom of the third with ADSL leading
The Blue Sox
1-0.
Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the third, Doyle, Pasiak, and McElroy.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of
Whatever this is.
Brendan Doyle to lead things off here in the bottom of the third. 10-1-2 due up for the Blue Sox. Doyle takes up and in. Very up and in.
Everybody's trying to get hit.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. No. Read the top line is only when it comes back to the backstop. Chopper to the right side, nicely handled, and throw on to first by Spur, who scored the first run of the ball game in the top half of this inning.
The center fielder,
One up, one down.
14, Jack Pasiak.
So Pasiak comes to bat for the second time. 0 for 1 with a fly out to right.
Just so everyone knows, there is someone who has been over at first base now who is wearing a helmet.
0-1 is the count to Pasiak. Mentioned the scorching start he's been off to this year for the Blue Sox. Has at least one hit in every game he's played, but now he's behind 0-2. Able to hold up on that pitch down and away, and it is 1-2.
And then Connolly now just kind of playing games with his pacing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can, because there's nobody on.
Fouled off the dish. Pasiak's got 16 hits so far this year, which is nearly twice the next best on the team, Jimenez with 9.
He's good at baseball.
He really is, isn't he? Alas, he is not the ICL leader in hits. That would be Roberts Galvis of Andre, but he goes fishing here, kind of flat-footed too, and there are 2 down.
Third baseman, number 2, Jake McElroy.
Now, this is interesting. This is an interesting spot for the Blue Sox to be in because ADSL are 0-4 against ICL competition this year.
Hmm.
The Blue Sox also have the worst record of ICL teams against Park League teams. I think I read that of all the Park League teams.
It is really weird how some teams match up better against others, and you just don't know. There's no real good way to predict that.
I believe if I read right, the Blue Sox are 5-1 in the ICL, but 2-2 against Park League teams. So it's early. Right?
So the Blue Sox are to say that the Blue Sox have the worst record against Park League competition of all the ICL teams this year is not exactly a fair
okay.
statement because they're 2-2. It's not like they're 0-4, like sub 500. But McElroy picks up his second base hit. Less doubt about that one than his first one. He's 2 for 2.
Number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
He is 2 of the 3 Blue Sox hits. And now here's Jimenez.
It'll be interesting to see how the Blue Sox do against a full-strength Chiefs team.
Yeah, because the day of baseball, by AP's own admission, they were pretty undermanned. So much so that he had to play first base.
Yeah.
He was good, yeah. Oh, dear. Jimenez fouls that one off and clipped himself in the process.
I'll give it to AP. He's good at baseball, too.
That's a toenail that's going to fall off.
Oh, did we have to say that?
I have a mic on, so you guys didn't have to react that way.
Oh.
Look, he's limping still. I'm correct. You can be mad at me, but I'm right, as Eric Andre would say. Or pardon, as Hannibal Buress would say, why are you
Booing me, I'm right. Rest in peace, AJ's toenail.
I'm surprised you don't say that more often.
I will stop.
What? Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Yeah.
Because people don't boo me. I just like it's just tell me when I'm telling lies. Anyways, 1-1 is the count to Anderson Jimenez, -1 toenail probably.
Gross.
Blame Chris.
Oh. Jesus.
Wow. Everything's moving weird tonight. Wild pitch gets Mack into scoring position. Take him however you can get him. That ball, paused for a moment before caroming.
I think it might have rolled the face mask.
Mhm.
Actually, came across and
Anyways, 2-1 with a runner in scoring position. Jimenez held up, and it is a strike, 2-2. That's a tough one. You see the curveball coming in. It looks like a hanger, and then you think, oh, it's going to stay inside, lay off, then it clips the edge of the zone, and now it's 2-2. Down and away, full count with Ryan Grundy due up next. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 3. The side is retired. Blue Sox leave a runner in scoring position. They have left 4 on base tonight, and we go to the 4th. Still 1-0 ADSL.
ADSL 1, Lexington 0. Due up for ADSL in the top of the 4th, Morrison, Jason Leonard, and Eric Leonard.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business, product, event, or send a message of support to a player, team, coach, or couple celebrating their 3rd anniversary, email yours truly for all the deets. We were talking about the numbers game. You know, Andre being undermanned at the day of baseball. And that's something that the Blue Sox have to recognize in this game, too, because I think ADSL is like 2 reserves available for this one. So where that is most important, obviously, is against Connolly. The more bullets you make him throw, the more taxing that is on whatever pitchers are available tonight for ADSL. And Connolly's thrown 48 through the first 3. Here's a grounder to the left side. Nice snare by Walsh, and in time for a quick out number 1.
Can it really be used?
The designated hitter, number 8, Jason Leonard.
Can it really be used that much of an excuse, though, in a league like this where it's so, like, everybody's in transit all the time?
I mean, you know, showing up is half the battle. And, you know, you got to make do with who or what is available no matter what your vocation is. And grounder up the third base line. That rolls foul for strike 1 to Jason Leonard.
People should buy ads so we can buy bug spray.
We can afford bug spray. We just forgot it. It's not going to do any good now. 1-2. Yeah. Lexington High School on top of a peat bog. Really the entire eastern portion of this state. Up the skee ball ramp and past AJ into center for a base hit.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Eric Leonard.
ADSL now up to 4 hits. Both teams have had 1 hit exactly in every inning so far. And that misses for ball 1 to Eric Leonard. So Jason is now 1 for 2, standing at first. Eric 0 for 1, and like Jason, ground out to second his first time up, and that'll be caught on a line, sinking liner into center, and Pasiak hauls that in, using his speed there to record the second out.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Devin Grove.
I mean, that was a great reaction too by Jack. I mean, that you gotta track.
No shade, but sometimes Jack doesn't get the best jumps, and that was a perfect jump.
But that's where his speed comes in. Here's a broken bat grounder to short. Andy shovels it over to second for the force. That retires the side. We're halfway home. 1-0 ADSL.
in the top of the fourth. No runs on one hit. No Blue Sox errors. One runner left on base. We move it to the bottom of the fourth inning. ADSL still leading 1-0. Due up for the Blue Sox. In the bottom of the fourth, Grundy, Walsh, and Rossborough.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code now to go to the spring store and buy. The Blue Sox are going to send Grundy, Walsh, and Rossborough up to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. And I'm really interested to see how this inning plays out up to Rossborough's AB, because you know he wants to redeem himself for, as, like, that's a cannon, obviously, he threw from right field, not just all the way to third base, all the way into the bleachers. And you had Spur standing on second. He tagged, then saw the hose, went back, but the ball went out of play completely. And he was awarded home for what is so far the only run of the game. Connolly back to work. And once again, Grundy all over that one, but a little too quick. And it is strike one. Already got into one in the direction of Sal Mirabella back in the first. That one got under it enough, but right size, wrong shape. 50th pitch of the game upcoming here for Mike Connolly. It's already at 50 through 3+. And no swing, 1-1 on the pitch upstairs. Where was I?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. 50 pitches all right through 3+ for Connolly. Through 4, OB is only at 47. So this is the war of attrition I'm talking about when it comes to trying to wear down the pitchers of ADSL. There's already action in the ADSL bullpen as we speak. Outside, 3-1. Skeeters are getting busy tonight. Outside, 5-pitch walk to begin the bottom of the fourth for the Blue Sox.
The third baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
Walsh, who's had a fine game defensively so far, also 1 for 1 at the plate, will take his second turn at bat. It's Walsh and Rossborough who got on base back-to-back to start the second. But Conley got out of that one with 2 strikeouts and a grounder to third. Stroked to the left center field by
And
Walsh.
down.
On his way to third is Grundy. Walsh trying to sneak in the back door. Safe!
Wow. I really thought he was out.
Can't knock the hustle.
The right fielder, number 26, Talon Rossborough.
Well, what did we say about how this inning would play out before it got to Talon? Oh, my goodness. I mean, you shouldn't feel too much pressure, though. It's only the bottom of the fourth. It's only a one-run game. It's not like there are 2 outs. There's still nobody out. The infield comes in here.
You have to work hard to double yourself up here, too.
And
Still
good,
plenty of chances.
good patience there. It's 1-0. I think a young player in that situation is going to, I can't blame for wanting to be the hero, but able to lay off, especially a high fastball, too. And it's 1-0. Takes a strike. 1-1. Nothing wrong with that one. And now just probably sitting on one pitch in one spot here. Just want to get something into the outfield. Bring home at least one. Oofa!
Now that pitch.
2-1. Just outside of the sweeper. Looked good coming in, but then just drifted off the plate, and great patience again by Rossborough. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Breaking ball at the top of the zone. The Blue Sox have not been able to punish those.
No, it's really effective pitch for him.
And we saw in the TJO game, like off-speed pitch at the top of the zone really messed them up. 2-2. Fouled off.
Whoa.
I'll be fouled the other way. So that goes into Dr. Harold.
Down the line. It's not in a wood bat league. I understand. I understand.
It's not 410 down the line
No,
here.
if it went about 4
Yeah.
down the line, it would have been on Worthing Road.
No, that'd be more than that. Rossborough able to hold up. Full count.
You know, it's our anniversary broadcast. We have to bring up the fact that for right after our wedding, you got Rick to let the Blue Sox wear the light blue jerseys in honor of us, and then that was like one of the last games that they wore something besides the red and blue ones.
Yeah, I know, right? We used to have as many as, like, what? 9 jerseys.
They didn't lose that game, did they?
I forget. I'll have to go back into the schedule and check. But for a team that used to have 9 jerseys in the rotation, now just the one. 3-2 to Rossborough. High for ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
Exit stage left, Craig.
The extra hitter, number 25, Craig Corliss.
So bases full of Blue Sox on 2 walks and a base hit. And now meeting at the mound. And what will this produce? Will this produce a pitching change or just a pep talk here? Jason Leonard being the DH out there to try and figure out how to attack Craig Corliss, who again is returned to the Blue Sox here after 3 years.
Any ideas what he was doing since then?
Well, yeah, I pulled up Baseball Reference, in fact. So in 2023 with UMass Boston, he had a .910 OPS. Then later that year, he played with Trenton of the MLB Developmental League, Idaho Falls, and then in 2024, played with Idaho Falls of the Pioneer League. Played and was in Mrs. Voitek's neck of the woods in 2025 with Joliet and Windy City of the Frontier League, and then played 4 games this year with the Chicago Dogs of the American Association before coming back to Lexington.
Interesting.
Outside corner for strike 1. I'm not sure Craig was thrilled about that call, but it is 0-1.
I mean, Talon spit on one.
That is down and away. 1-1.
I get the play. I understand where he's coming from.
Corliss struck out swinging his first time up when he had 2 on and nobody out in the second, and hoping to cash in here with the bases chucked. Swing and a miss. He was behind that one, and it is 1-2. With the corner infielders in and the middle infielders back here, all you have to do is just get it up the middle, and you should get at least one. High for a ball. 2-2.
These bugs are killing me.
I know, right? Grundy at third, Walsh at second, Rossbro at first. 2-2 to Corliss. Oh!
God.
Didn't hit him, but came very close. And it is a full count. And Corliss is going to be granted time here to gather his bearings after getting grazed in the gut. Wear it. 3-2 is the count.
You're down 1-0 in the fourth. Yeah, maybe time to wear it.
Line down the right field line, but foul. Good piece.
Definitely sitting fastball and defending breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that with 2 strikes.
Great sound off the bat, but too far behind it, and we'll do it again. Full count, and the bases loaded. The bottom of the fourth of a 1-run game. Connolly delivers. Again, fouling it off.
Hell of a battle.
But if you keep slowing him down and you keep making him defend the off speed, at what point do you slow him down enough that you can sneak a fastball by him?
I think we might be about to find out.
3-2 once again. High for ball 4, and the game is tied. Welcome back.
We missed you, bud.
The left fielder, number 37, Logan Auer.
Logan Auer will step in. For one with a strikeout and takes high for a ball. 1-0.
Over under on how many mosquito bites we get by the end of
It's
the night?
not 3-1. Sorry, folks. I screwed up there. It is 2-0 now to Auer. I don't think that's something. I'm pretty sure those odds are non-actionable. Hitters count here for Auer. Fly ball in foul territory, and that'll get out of play for strike 1. 24 pitches now in the inning for Mike Connolly, and that war of attrition I talked about, averaging 16 pitches an inning through the first 3, and now he's thrown 24 here in the top of the fourth, bottom of the fourth rather, and still hasn't yet gotten an out. 3 walks and a single. 1 run is scored to tie the game for the Blue Sox. Craig Corliss in his return to the team, walking home. The first run of the game, and here's a flare to center field, and that'll get down. 1 run scores. Here comes another. It's a 2-run double for Logan Auer.
Love that.
designated hitter, number 31, Brian Acosta.
Walsh and Rossborough score. Logan Auer wearing the 37, along sported by Borja Jones Barasaluthe with the 2-run double. Corliss is now at third. Acosta
That's foul.
fouls that one off for strike one, but a good piece there, certainly. The Blue Sox are not getting cheated on any of their swings tonight.
Really admirable the way that they made Connolly get the strike zone back this inning. And they stayed patient, especially Craig's.
Popped up, mile high, behind second base. Who's got it? It is going to be the second baseman, Spur, for out number 1. And Acosta's now 0 for 2.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the catcher, number 7, Brendan Doyle.
Here's Doyle, ground out to second his first time up. Infield not in here. And he chops this one. Pitcher looks the runner back, throws to first in time. Corliss frozen at third. And the lineup turns over for Jack Pasiak.
The center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak.
So outs on back-to-back pitches there by Acosta and Doyle. And now let's see what Jack can do. He's 0 for 2. He's due.
By his standards.
I know, right? Again, Blue Sox.
The balls are just hanging out over
I
there.
know, right?
Got a submarine pitcher warming up for ADSL.
0-1 to Pasiak after a good swing on the first pitch, but fouling it off the other way. Chops this one. Nice stab by the pitcher and fire on to first for the out that retires the side. And that is like one of the few ways you could get Pasiak this year. PFP, baby, indeed, on those last 2 outs. And it could have been a lot worse for ADSL, but the Blue Sox do take the lead 3-1 into the top of the 5th. Are you down with a sound called LSP?
I am.
Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash the subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal and Creator Spring, LSP 37. You subscribe now. There's a secret Spring Store free shipping and 10% off code waiting for you.
Oh, wow.
It tastes great on a cracker.
Whatever that means.
Exactly what it implies. We go to the top of the 5th and the bottom third of the order due up for ADSL.
Leading off the top of the 5th for ADSL, the left fielder, number 23, Richie Amaral.
Amaralt, Sturdivant, and Spur due up here in the top of the 5th. Amaralt is 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice to end the top of the 2nd. OB back to work and misses up and away for a ball, 1-0.
This is the first long half inning that Obi's had to come out of.
I know, right? And here he is getting it and going, and he gets the outside edge for a strike, 1-1. Again, it's tale of two paces
Yeah.
on these pitchers. OB again from the. You would think you'd worry about that at some point, but like, don't question the results. They're there, but that one is down and away, and so yeah, so. I know, right? You don't want to take yourself out of the groove. But he issues a 5-pitch walk here to begin the top of the 5th, and that brings the tying run to the plate in Brady Sturdivant. First walk issued by OB tonight. This ensures that the streak of a base runner in every inning continues for ADSL. We don't yet know if they'll post a hit in every inning yet. They do have exactly 1 hit in every inning so far, in fact. That's the top of the zone for a strike, 1-1. Sturdivant caught looking for the first out of the top of the 3rd, the only strikeout so far for OB, and that one goes down and in, and it's 2-1. Eric Ramirez arrives precisely when he is meant to. 2-2 is the count to Sturdivant.
He's got to worry the way Dylan Walsh is picking it at third right now.
And it's not like he's a bad defender at all. He's a very good one too. It's like Walsh is a plug-and-play guy too. Let's be fair. Another 3-ball count here for OB. At any rate. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Sturdivant rung up for the 2nd time tonight.
The second baseman, number 10, Jacob Spur.
Sturdivant, the only strikeout victim tonight for Michael O'Brien, and he's gotten him twice. Yep. Spur takes down low for a ball. 1-0. He doubled. Yeah, really did. His first time up in the 3rd, then came around to score on the error by Rossbro. After he had caught fly out off the bat of Kreis. That's another good sound off the bat, and that takes a bloodbath of a hop into shallow left past AJ. And again, the Blue Sox struggling to put away the number 9 hitters. Lineup turns over for Kreis.
Now batting for ADSL, the center fielder, number 21, Nick Kreis.
Kreis 1 for 2, led off the ball game with a single. And flew out to right on the play that led to the error by Rossbro. Scored Spur. Grounder up the middle. AJ shovels to second for 1. On to first. 6-4-3. Double play ends the inning.
That's how you do it.
ADSL in the top of the 5th. No runs on 1 hit. No Blue Sox errors. No runners left on base. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Lexington Blue Sox 3, ADSL 1. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 5th, McElroy, Jimenez, and Grundy.
That's a good lineup.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from your order, but we thank you for your continued support of...
Whatever this is.
Connolly back out there for the bottom of the fifth. The surprise of those here in the quote-unquote booth. Swamp, I guess.
Yeah.
But Connolly will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Blue Sox order. McElroy, Jimenez, and Grundy. And I imagine the way he minimized the damage after the first, 5 reached in the bottom of the fourth is what bought him at least one more batter here.
The swamp is something you have to experience, though. Hopefully my family will in a couple weeks.
Do you have to experience it though? Why would you choose to, you know?
It's an experience if you love the Blue Sox.
Yeah, it's
You
not a
should
good one, but an
experience it.
experience.
I love the Blue Sox. What do I need to experience?
The swamp.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Chopped up the middle and right back to Connolly for out number 1. He's gotten the last 3 outs on comebackers.
Yeah.
The shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
First time Mac has been retired tonight, so I know he's 2 for 3. And let's see if Jimenez can get off the schneid. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts so far. Grounds this one to the left side. Again, the tricky hop, but a strong throw onto first by the third baseman, Devin Grove, for quickly out number 2.
The first baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
Grundy has been all over just about every ball that's been thrown his way tonight. But he is 0 for 1, fly out to right in the first, and the walk, and scored the tying run last inning. Grounds this one to the right side, and on 4 pitches, the Blue Sox go 1, 2, 3.
No runs on no hits, no ADSL errors, and no runners left on base. We are in the 6th inning with the score: the Lexington Blue Sox 3, ADSL 1. Due up for ADSL in the top of the 6th, Goonan, Morrison, and Jason Leonard.
The game is flying all of a sudden.
I know, right? Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, coach, or couple celebrating their 3rd anniversary, email yours truly for all the deets. Obi goes back out there for the top of the 6th, and ADSL is the right part of the order coming up. They want to try and start a comeback in the 2, 3, and 4 hitters of Goonan, Morrison, and Jason Leonard.
Leading off the top of the 6th, shortstop, number 2, Ryan Goonan.
Goonan is 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts to center, and takes down low for ball 1.
I have to say, something else you get at the Swamp is Chris's banger playlist that I always appreciate that you don't get on the broadcasts.
Yeah, because we don't want the record labels coming after us.
So Katrina, this playlist, particularly tonight, for the first time, it's half a Chris Del Sordo creation and half an Anderson Jimenez creation. And I'm very happy to collab with the Blue Sox shortstop. He's got good taste, man. What can I say?
Outside for a ball, 3 and 1.
Sam doesn't like Anderson's music taste and called him out over it. Not Sam Steve, but whatever. They can fight over that later.
Walsh
Oh.
keeps it in front of him, but it's not going to matter. Goonan reaches to begin the top of the 6th.
The catcher, number 5, Cam Morrison.
that an E5 or a base hit? Did we get a... Well, that gets away from Doyle, and Goonan, uncontested, goes to second. Yeah. So 1-0 to Morrison with Goonan in scoring position. It's a 2-run game. Morrison 0 for 2. Pop up to first and a ground out to third. Fouls this one off. 1-1. Action now in the Blue Sox bullpen.
Sam's playlist has too many obscure songs I've never heard of.
But they're still bangers.
He didn't deserve that. I got you, dude. What is that? We were talking about it.
I was.
Good music before this game started.
I was talking about it.
2-1 with a runner in scoring position. That gets to the
Oh,
backstop.
that got me.
Did not.
It dirt literally just flung at me.
But did you die?
Maybe.
Still talking. So 2 wild pitches on this 1AB have Goonan 90 feet away, and that's going to be
Wow.
into left field and down for a base hit. Goonan can walk home. Morrison's on his way to second with an RBI double. It is 3-2. Still nobody out in the inning. And Pat McGowan going out to have a word with Michael O'Brien with the tying run, now in scoring position. Second double of the night for ADSL. They continue their trend of having a hit in every inning. And now one more hit could tie this game, and Jason Leonard already has one of those. Oh, he's 1 for 2 with a ground out to second and a base hit. Single in the fourth. 3-2. First two have reached here in the top of the sixth for ADSL. This is actually the first time all game that consecutive batters have reached for ADSL.
Okay.
That's into right field, and it's past Rossborough all the way to the wall. This game is tied. Leonard's on his way to second to trade places with Morrison and tie the game. First pitch swinging, no less, and we are back to where we started.
The first baseman, number 22.
Well, before Eric Leonard can take his turn at bat, here comes Rick DeAngelis to come get his starter, Michael O'Brien. You know, he had gotten into that groove after leading off the game with a base hit and able to settle down after the double by Spurnham, scoring on the error. But now the first three have reached here in the top of the sixth. Single, double, double, and now we're back to where we started with the go-ahead run for ADSL in scoring position. Pitching change come to you from center field.
Attention in the ballpark. We have a pitching change for the Blue Sox. Now pitching for Lexington, the right-hander, number 28, Matt Draper.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, or some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Email yours truly, or no, wrong one. Scan the QR code on the screen now to buy.
Do it.
Do it. So the new whip for the Blue Sox is Matt Draper. He's making his fourth appearance of the year, his first since his complete game effort against the Chiefs on the day of baseball. 3-0 with a 1.94 ERA. In 18 innings, he's allowed 11 hits, 7 runs, 5 which are earned, walked 8, and struck out 18. And he has been thrown straight into the fire after 5 innings by Michael O'Brien, who is still responsible for the runner at second, Jason Leonard. And now here is Eric Leonard with a chance to give ADSL the lead back. Draper gets the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. First 3 have reached in this inning for ADSL on 3 consecutive hits, a single, a double, and a double. It's down and away for a ball. 1-1. Eric Leonard looking for his first base hit of the game. 0-2 with the ground out to second. Fly out to center. This will be another fly out to center. Caught by Pasiak, and holding at second is Jason Leonard for out number 1.
Number 11, Devin Grove.
Mission critical there to get the first out. Relatively little trouble. On top of that, he still frees the runner at second. Now here's Devin Grove, the third baseman who's had a fine game defensively and is 1 for 2 at the bat. And Drapes gets a strike, 0-1. The 3 runs by ADSL so far ties their high against any ICL opponent this year.
Wow.
As that misses down and away for a ball. It is 1-0. As I mentioned, they are 0-4 against ICL competition this year. They lost their first 2 games to the Bulldogs and Expos by a combined score of 33-3.
Wow.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. Lost to the Bulldogs on June 11th, 14-3, and then got dog walked by the Expos 19-0 on Monday, June 15th.
Yeah, this is definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
They must not have had a full roster.
Well, I think only got like 11 available tonight or something like that, and here we are.
One available on the bench.
Now that haven't subbed anyone yet. Conley went out there for the 5th. That is down and in for a ball. It is 3-2. Sabres beat them 5-2 on June 16th. The Mad Dogs beat them 5-3 on June 18th. But here they are against the Blue Sox, tied at 3 in the 6th, and now it's 1st and 2nd after Grove gets aboard on the walk.
The left fielder, number 23, Richie Amaralt.
Amaralt 0 for 1, fielder's choice and a walk. Takes a strike, 0-1. With 1st and 2nd, you do have the possibility of the double play here. Swing and a miss on a pitch up and away, and the count is 0-2.
That play is huge by Pasiak, snaring that line drive by Leonard.
And then freezing the runner too.
You can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel because of that.
Let's see what happens on 0-2 here. On a hop, they'll go to second. They get the man in the middle. That's all they get. That was a tricky ball to track, and Jimenez did the best he could. Did get the man in the middle.
McElroy's scoop saved that.
Yeah, exactly, because he got the throw off, and that was low.
The right fielder, number 20, Brady Sturdivant.
So Grove is retired 6-4. It's now Leonard at third and Amaralt reaching on the fielder's choice at first with 2 down and a big swing and a miss. by Brady Sturdivant for strike one.
Only player that struck out so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those were both against Obi, and he's a lefty. So it might get harder here against a righty, but let's see. 0-1. Outside. 1-1.
And Doyle's job gets so much more important now with that runner 90 feet away. I had a mosquito fly down the back of my shirt. I saw it.
Ugh.
God. Downstairs. 2-1. The bottom of the sixth. The Blue Sox are going to have Walsh, Rossborough, and Corliss due up. Swing and a miss.
All right, Drapes.
Drapes might not be a big strikeout guy, but he's got a very good fastball, and sometimes you just got to lean on that.
Do what it takes.
2-2 with 2 outs. And 2 on. Nope. Full count.
We've seen that pitch be called for a strike more often than not today.
Jacob Spur is due up next, and he has been a problem tonight in the number 9 slot. Payoff pitch with a runner at first going. Down and away for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Sturdivant gets on base for the first time tonight.
The second baseman, number 10, Jacob Spur.
And again, the Blue Sox difficulties with the bottom of the order all season long are now under the microscope here with Spur, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a run scored, and he fouls this one off for strike 1. Spur is the 8th batter of the inning. Swings and misses. 0-2. Leonard at third, Emerald at second, Sturdivant at first. Outside corner, strike 3
Nice.
called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Jacob Spur in a massive spot there for Matt Draper, but ADSL does tie the game with 2 runs on 3 hits, but they leave the bases loaded, and we go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-3. Are you down with a sound called LSP?
I am.
Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Find the subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. New subscribers are going to get a special exclusive code for free shipping and a code for 10% off your order, U.S. orders only. And, of course, PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP37. Scan the QR code up there to learn more. All the cool kids are doing it. So as we go to the bottom of the 6th, you will notice Mike Connolly is back out there for ADSL, but Chris observed that he may be a little sore in that right arm as we see him come back to the bump, and he went back out there in the 5th despite being at 78 pitches through 4 because he got 3 quick outs after allowing the first 5 to reach in that 4th inning and giving the Blue Sox the lead. And then he got the Blue Sox 1, 2, 3 in the 5th on 4 pitches. Probably bought himself another inning here, and here is Dylan Walsh to lead things off in the 6th. And Walsh takes a strike on the outside corner. It is 0-1. Walsh is 2 for 2, couple of base hits, and a run scored. Curveball misses up and away, despite the best efforts of Cam Morrison to put it on a platter for the home plate umpire. Grounder again, right back to Connolly. 1 up, 1 down. He's just a ball magnet here in this later stage of this game. It's amazing.
The right fielder, number 26, Talon Rossborough.
And again, it sounded great off the bat, and yet, I mean, sometimes the ball just finds you. Rossborough has been on base twice tonight. Reached on an error in the second and walked and scored in the fourth. He's 0 for 1. And if you know this, though, about Connolly potentially being a little sore, and he's now on 86 pitches, you can't just go up there hacking. Sweeper misses down and away. 1-1, but that still looks good out of the hand. It's very tempting. 1-1 is the count. Talon Rossborough. Upstairs for a ball, and it is 2-1. I mean, you know you have Eric Ramirez in uniform. The question is, when would you pull him out of the deck?
That makes sense.
2-2 is the count to Rossborough. Connolly comes set, pitch. Upstairs with a fastball. Still good life on that. Now at 90 pitches. And it is a full count with Corliss due up next. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Well, that one got past him. It's bobbled at second. Safe! I was having flashbacks there. Coming right back up the box. And that one got over Connolly this time. Rossborough reaches.
The extra hitter, number 25, Craig Corliss.
And here is Craig Corliss, who in his return to the Blue Sox, 0 for 1, struck out in the second, but walked with the bases loaded in the fourth to bring home what was then the tying run to make it a 1-1 game. And he takes low for a ball. 1-1, as Connolly is now at 92 pitches. Rossborough's got wheels. That's what I said, yeah. It's on the outside corner, 1-1. Rossborough's got an okay lead there, being held on by Eric Leonard. Maybe the longest set I've seen so far. I know, right? Rossborough wanted to go so badly there. That pitch in the dirt, but Morrison's able to keep it in front of him and keep Rossborough at first. Hitters count, though, for Corliss. Outside corner, back pick tag is not going to be made. 2-2. Logan Auer is due up next. Connolly looks at first, comes set. 2-2, runner does not go. Grounder up the middle, through for a base hit. Rossborough will hold at second. Corliss with a walk to drive in a run, and now a single in his return to the Blue Sox. And here is Logan Auer, but first, Jason Leonard is going to go out and have a word with his starter. Is that going to be it for Mike Connolly?
It looks like Connolly's getting bit by mosquitoes at the same rate that we are.
Jabba Chamberlain wants to know your location.
Like an unmistakable like mosquito slap and scratch right then. So anyway, it's all you got to stay dialed through all of this, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
So Zach Wensley is the pitcher that is waiting. Might get the call. It looks like.
Zach Wensley was the one who's been warming.
He's only pitched 4 innings this season so far.
Not happening yet.
Nope. Trust your starter here in Connolly. 2 on, 1 out, though, with first and second. So double play is a possibility here against Logan Auer. A 2-run double. His last time up, smacks this one into center field. Going to stay in the park. Took a turn on the center fielder. He'll fire it back in, but it was a very short throw. It's going to allow Rossbro to get to third. Going to appeal to second, we think. All right, they ruled him safe.
Attention in the ballpark, we have a pinch hitter. Now batting in the number 9 spot for the Blue Sox, number 17, Eric Ramirez.
So it is, in fact, going to be Eric Ramirez pinch hitting for Brian Acosta with the go-ahead run. 90 feet away. E takes outside. Ball 1. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Ramirez with a fly ball into center field, and that will be run down for the out. That retires the side. And we go to the 7th, still tied at 3.
No ADSL errors and 2 runners left on base. We move it to the top of the 7th inning, all tied at 3 apiece.
Top of the order is due up next.
2 up for ADSL in the top of the 7th. Prize, Goonan, and Morrison.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of
Whatever this is.
Matt Draper will return to the bump for the 7th inning. It's the top of the 3rd due up for ADSL.
The center fielder, number 21, Nick Price.
So the Blue Sox able to get runners at the corners, but unable to bring anyone home via Logan Auer or Eric Ramirez. So we go to the 7th, tied at 3, and that is fouled off for strike 1 to Nick Kreis, who is 1 for 3, single lead off the ball game. A fly out to right in the 3rd, And a 6-4-3 double play to end the fifth. Okay, 1-1.
That's the one part of the zone. Just doesn't feel like it has a home yet. And it's the 7th inning, so it ain't getting one.
Yeah.
One
Everything else is set. Little room for debate if it's a low.
down and away for a ball, 2-1. ADSL led 1-0 halfway home. The Blue Sox put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the 4th, as that is high for a ball. 3-1. But ADSL tied the game in the top of the 6th. Chased Michael O'Brien after 5 innings. Drapes came in, finished the 6th scoreless. The Blue Sox were able to get the go-ahead run in scoring position with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, but could not bring Talon Rossborough home. So now 3-2 count to Kreis, and he grounds this one foul. It's been an eventful ball game tonight. We've had both teams really shoot some lasers off the bat. We've seen a PFP clinic from Mike Connolly. We saw a line drive clip Sal Mirabella in the first base coach's box early in this game. Like, and he waved off the ambulance, and they did convince him to go. I mean, yeah. This is the 8th pitch of the AB to Kreis. Wow!
Baseball is so stupid.
Leadoff walk.
Number 2, Ryan Gooden.
That's me tapping my head. 1-0 to Gooden as that one's up and in. Oh, that is a massive call to go ADSL's way. 2-0. Hitters count. Gooden's 1 for 3, singled to lead off the 6th and came around to score. Lines this one into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Kreis is on his way to third. Here comes the throw. No, it's not in time. And Gooden takes second in the back door.
The second baseman jumped like he was going to catch it. There was no way he was going to catch it.
No way. That was a seed, though, from Pasiak. There's no way. I don't think he was going to get him in time anyways.
The catcher, number 5.
And now
Morrison.
Cam Morrison has 2 runners in scoring position. What a start to this inning by ADSL. And that misses for a ball. It is 1-0.
No.
Foul tip into the mitt of Doyle for strike 1. 1-1. And again, that pitch, that ball call on 3-2 to Kreis.
You can tell how important it was going to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Line the other way, but foul for strike 2.
All right, well, if you get this out on Morrison, you could entertain the idea of giving the free pass to Jason Leonard to then have the force at any base and a potential easier turn with Eric Leonard coming up.
Yeah.
But that's, one thing at a time.
Yep, exactly. Just get your batter. Infield is in, 1-2. Foul tip into the mitt for strike 3.
Good squeeze, Doyle.
The designated hitter, number 8, Jason Leonard.
So Morrison goes down on strikes. That's the first swinging strikeout recorded by a Blue Sox pitcher tonight. Now here's player manager, Jason Leonard. Down and away for a ball. It is 1-0. Leonard grounded out to second in the second, singled in the fourth, and then doubled home the tying run last inning. He's got a chance to bring home the go-ahead run with something into the outfield here, but he swings and misses, and it is 1-1. And they are not afraid of him, are the Blue Sox. They are going to go after him, even with the base open and one down. Up and in for a ball, and even if you do end up walking, and that still sets up the same thing. But in this situation, see if you can get him first, and if not, just take your base and then trust your infield. 2-1. Outside corner, strike 2. And Leonard not thrilled about that one. So both teams not thrilled about a critical pitch call in this inning. I don't think that's not how baseball's supposed to work, though. 2-2. Foul tip. Do it again. 20 pitches already in the inning for Draper. We got one out here in the top of the 7th. Draper comes set. Oh, what a pick by Doyle. Full count. Kreis at third and Goonan at second after a walk and a double to start this inning. 3-2 to Leonard. Got him!
Oh.
Again, it's the fastball. It's so good.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Eric Leonard.
Here it is. Come and get it. And he came up empty. Eric Leonard. Try to get on base for the first time tonight. Fouls that one off for strike 1.
This Draper fastball, it gets like more life and velocity the deeper he gets into his out.
And again, he's not a big strikeout guy either. Feels like he should be, right?
That's been the line, but he's kind of acting like one this year, right? Like,
Sometimes just trust the fastball. That is up and away for a ball. It is 1-1. In the bottom of the 7th, the Blue Sox will have Doyle, Pasiak, and McElroy due up. 10-1 and 2. Check swing fouling out of play. That went a ways for a check swing. And it is 1-2.
life in that bat, folks.
1-2 from Draper to Eric Leonard. Fouled into the screen. And again, this is an ADSL team that hasn't won a game against ICL competition yet this year.
They don't look like that.
And again, they're not playing like it now. Fouled over towards the Blue Sox dugout.
See, that's twice Rick's almost gotten hit, but the first time we joked about it, then Sal got hit right after.
Yeah, I know, right? You certainly don't want to clip Eric standing right next to him.
You got Brian, Eric, Craig, and Rick all in exposed right there in the entryway.
They're technically in play. Fouled off! No. Still 1-2.
Fastball every pitch so far.
I think so. Breaking ball? Bury it. Oh, well, there was the breaking ball, but it stayed high.
Would have been great if it did what we need.
2-2. Popped up into foul territory. Grundy
Got
makes the catch.
For ADSL in the top of the 7th, up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 7th, Doyle, Pashiak, and McElroy.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, coach, or couple celebrating their 3rd wedding anniversary, email yours truly for all the deets. Wow, what a tightrope act by Matt Draper to keep this game tied and send it to the bottom of the 7th, where the Blue Sox will have a new whip to face, and it is the right-handed submariner side armor, Zach Wensley. Wensley is making his 4th appearance of the year. He is 0-1 with 1 save and an .875 ERA in 4 innings of work. He's allowed 8 hits, 5 earned runs, walked 6, and struck out 3. His last 2 appearances were both against Palmer, and he hasn't pitched since June 8th. Hasn't faced an ICL team yet.
We have a pinch hitter to announce for the Blue Sox. Batting in the number 10 spot for Lexington, number 11, Harrison Tucker.
So Harry Tucker is going to grab a bat and pinch hit for Brendan Doyle to begin the bottom of the 7th. And Tuck takes low for ball 1. Outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Tuck is 4 for 19 in 18 games with 1 double, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 4 ribbies, and takes on the outside corner, 1-2. You're seeing it. It's 0 for 4 against Palmer on June 17th. Hits this one foul the other way, remains 1-2. 0 for his last 8, was 1 for 4 against the Brighton Braves on June 11th with a triple. Check swing outside, 2-2. Obviously, your approach gets very different when you go from a conventional right to a sidearm slingshotter like Zach Wensley. That's down the line into the corner. Tuck is on his way to second, and he will get there with a stand-up double. Tuck has 5 hits this year, and 4 of them are for extra bases.
Now batting the center fielder, number 14, Jack Pashiak.
With the leadoff man in scoring position as the potential winning run, Jack Pashiak enters this AB 0 for 3, so his hit streak is on the line here. Have time called as Wensley wants to have a word with Morrison. Pashiak is 0 for 3, fly out to right, strikeout, and a ground out to the pitcher in the middle of that PFP heater that Connolly was on between the 4th and 5th innings.
He's got to save his hit streak.
Now will be a good time to do that. 16 hits on the year and a hit in every game he's played so far except this one. He's going to bunt. Rhoda first. Oh, he had his foot on the bag, so it is an out. It goes down as a sack.
Take us home, Jake.
Tuck gets to third, one down for Jake McElroy. And they're going to put him on to set up the double play ball with Anderson Jimenez due up.
Second baseman number 3, Jake McElroy. Now batting the shortstop number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
Jimenez 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a ground out to third. Wensley looking for a ground ball here to send this game to extras. Pickoff attempt. No tag made. Yeah, I know, right? It's only the second out of the inning if you were to get him. A little looper there, up and away for a ball, 1-0. And even a walk is not the end of the world here for Wensley, but then you have nowhere to put him with the game on the line. We still have the double play in order. Down and in, 2-0. Tucker pinch hitting for Doyle, led off the inning with a double. Basiak sacked him over to third. Intentional walk to McElroy, another pickoff attempt.
If you're Wensley, you have to be so confident.
2-0 is the count. Hitters count to Jimenez. Outside 3-0. I know, right? Chopped. Oh, my goodness. Some hesitation, though, whether to go to second or first by Wensley. He ends up getting Jimenez. McElroy to second. You don't care about the runner at second, really. All you care about is the runner at first. Getting the out at first. You freeze the runner at third, Tucker. And PFP is not limited to Mike Connolly, it seems. And they're going to put Grundy on.
Yeah, he can hit.
Now batting the third baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
And that is wild, man. I don't know. That was 3-0. Just let it go. It was high, too. Got on top and tried to do the Baltimore chop. And grounder. It kicks into right. The Blue Sox walk it off.
Wow.
Tonight's final score, the Lexington Blue Sox.
What? 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 They got him?
What?
What? What?
How is that possible?
It got into right field. Wait. What? What? Did we? I don't. It kicked into. They got the.
So since he wasn't the lead runner, if you it's over as soon as you press the play. That's the second lockout. No, it's not.
Wait, it is.
What?
We are so confused. ADSL thought they had the force at somewhere. Draper's back on the mound.
No, he didn't say the game.
What is happening?
I have no idea. Like,
Yeah.
what? I'm sorry.
You gotta reach the base safely, or else the play's not over. So did they tag the bag before the guy crossed the plate? That's the only thing. No, they couldn't. There's no way that could have happened.
I'm gonna. What just happened? I'm just going back into the replay to just see what happened. Like, all right, there's AJ's grounder. I guess. Like, what? What? All right, I'm looking at the play right now. There's the ground to the right side. It kicked into right. They threw to second and got the force there. But the
Yeah, I guess you still have to finish the play. Like, it's what it is.
oh.
Right.
So they got the force. The play hadn't really finished. Like, even though he crossed, and even though Walsh reached, the play wasn't over. They got to second, and Grundy, no. Wow.
Leading off the top of the 8th.
This is crazy.
Leading off the top of the 8th for ADSL, the third baseman, number 11, Devin Grove.
I have never seen anything like that. He basically, and it's basically the situation here. So, well, take
We
two.
Still have to sit here.
Yep, getting eaten alive by the Skeeters. That is the wildest ending I've seen to an inning, and kudos to ADSL for finishing that one off, for finishing the play. Wow. We all got thrown off. So basically, for those playing the home game, you had the ball into right field, but then they got the force at second. Basically, the run at first was, jogging there, and they got the force at second, even though the run had crossed the plate. The play wasn't truly complete. So they got the force at second. We play on. And Draper plays on with a strikeout of Devin Grove for the first out here in the top of the 8th. And he went around, says the home plate umpire, for strike one.
Just because we didn't get to touch on it yet, Craig Corliss is still in the game, but he's now catching, and Harry Tucker is staying in as the extra hitter.
Gotcha. So Craig Corliss now behind the plate for the Blue Sox, and Harry Tucker is the extra hitter, and it is now 0-2 to Richie Amaral. Go to a ball game, you'll see something you've never seen before.
Well, I mean, this is still a tough task for ADSL too, because mentally, looked like you took an L. So to turn that switch over.
Yeah, but now extra innings.
The right fielder, number 20, Brady Sturdivant.
So Amaral goes down on strikes. Now that's 4 strikeouts in the last 5 batters and 5 total for Draper in 2 2/3 now. Oh, and 1 is the count.
We could play up to 9.
Correct. If it's tied after 8, we play 9. If it's tied after 9, it's a tie. Up and in for a ball, 1-1. Listen, for all you aspiring broadcasters out there. Yep. Second straight extra inning game for the Blue Sox. They lost the last one on a RBI base hit with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Hope to avoid a similar fate here at the hands of ADSL. For those of you who are aspiring broadcasters, this will happen occasionally. You'll think that the game is over, and then all of a sudden they're going to call everyone back because something happened. And something did indeed happen there on that last play of the bottom of the 7th, as that is up and away for ball 3. Corliss was ready to fire down. Instead, we go to a full count to Sturdivant, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's the only strikeout victim of Michael O'Brien, and he got a walk his last time up in the 6th, and he swings and misses. Drape strikes out the side, and now we'll go to the bottom of the 8th with another chance for the Blue Sox to walk it off.
Still tied at 3 apiece. Due up for Lexington in the bottom of the 8th. Rossborough, Corliss, and Owl.
Wow, that was, I don't know, man. This game has had everything.
Pretty much.
Like, for something in the middle of the season, are you not entertained?
I'm just confused.
I think we all are. Where do we leave off? The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with our dog Tina the Long Arena on it and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Hopefully everything you've seen tonight inspires you to buy the new Baseball is So Stupid shirt, and when have I been wrong about that? Scan the QR code now to buy. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Having fun yet?
The mosquitoes are.
That line drive off Sal just altered the timeline,
Oh my
basically.
God.
The right fielder, number 26, Talon Rossborough.
Talon Rossborough has reached base all 3 times tonight. He's on an error in a second, walk in the 4th, and a single in the 6th. That is strike 1 from Zach Wensley. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Did the Park League Championship Series several years ago between EI and the Boston A's. That was a wacky and wild and wonderful game if ever there was one. Sam Finn was my color commentator at the end. EI had like 2 big home runs to come back and fuel their comeback. And as the game progressed and EI scored what was eventually the game-winning run, as that catches the inside corner for strike 3 called, 1 up, 1 down. I was like, what is this game? And Sammy told me, it's baseball. I'm like, I know.
Now batting, the catcher.
And this, too, is baseball.
Are we sure?
I know, right? Well, Rossborough goes down on strikes. Here is Corliss, who's now the catcher in this game. His return to the Blue Sox after 3 years. Strikeout, walk, and a base hit to his credit. Well, an RBI, in fact, as part of that walk. Back in the 4th, the 3-run bottom of the 4th that gave the Blue Sox a 3-1 lead. But the visitors from ADSL tied it in the top of the 6th with a 2 spot, and that's another one that he came very close to wearing. And it is 2-0. You would think. Down and in.
What do I know?
That's why we're back here, right? 3-0 to Corliss with Logan Auer due up next. Statue of Liberty play in there for a strike, 3-1. There's another one stung. Like half the balls in play today have been like just laser beams by both teams. And it is a full count to Corliss. Oh! Inside corner, strike 3 called from 3-0. Back to get him looking for Wensley. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 37, Logan Auer.
I think Corliss knew it too. It looked like it was going to be high and in, and then it snuck in there. I was like, yep. So here's Logan Auer. Fouls that one into the
right
screen.
to you, Chris.
0-1 in the top of the 9th. Your friend and mine, Jacob Spur, is going to lead things off, and then it'll turn over to Kreis and Goonan. It is 0-2 now. Logan Auer. Down and in. Upstairs. Just let him drop my notebook. Chris's notebook. 2-2. I was right, Chris. That ball that Logan stung back in the fourth was a 2-run double that turned a 1-1 tie into a 3-1 Blue Sox lead, and now another full count. Wensley winds and delivers the payoff. A swing and a miss. He strikes out the side. And how crucial is that with Eric Ramirez waiting in the on-deck circle? So we go to the ninth. Final inning of our game. Still tied at 3. Are you down with the sound called LSP?
I am.
Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash the subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal and Creator Spring LSP 37. It's the right thing to do. Like, this has been a wacky game from the very start, and now it's going to come down to our final inning. If the game is still tied after this ninth inning, it will end as a tie, and the Blue Sox were close to salvaging a point against Palmer in their last game, but an RBI with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth gave all 2 points to Palmer and dropped the Blue Sox to 7-3. They're hoping to at least salvage one here against an ADSL team that is 0-4 against ICL competition this year, including a couple of blowouts at the hands of the Expos and the Bulldogs, but playing the defending ICL champions tight here and unable to get the call in the outside corner is Matt Draper. It is 1-2 to Jacob Spur.
You do have an impressive 9-10-1.
Yeah, Ramirez, Tucker, and Pasiak due up in the bottom of the ninth. Oh, good Lord. And boy, everyone's getting beat up tonight. We already saw Sal Mirabella have to leave after taking a line drive off the noggin in the first base coach's box. Anderson Jimenez probably lost a toenail fouling a ball off his cleat. And now everyone getting a piece of the action on that last foul tip. 1-2 is the count, and there is strike 3 called. It's funny, though, like both pitchers just breezing through the lineups with all these strikeouts here in the extra innings.
Number 21, Nick Price.
Like, what does that, like, does that say anything about Draper and Wensley, or does that say something more about the approach of the hitters?
Well, there's such, both of those pitchers are both stark contrast to the first pitchers that were on the mound for the team, right?
Right.
You get that many trips through the lineup with a fast-moving lefty in O'Brien to a more deliberate righty in Draper, and then a over-the-top slow righty versus a quick sidearm. It makes sense.
Right, but this is now here's a fly ball down the line in right field, and a nice recovery by Grundy to haul that one in for out number 2.
The shortstop, number 2, Ryan Goonan.
Grundy's made some high leverage plays tonight.
He's looking like the center, like one of the centerpieces of the team, like your cleanup hitting.
He caught the pop-up in foul territory to get Drapes out of the jam in the 7th. Fastball for strike one, 0-1. And again, in the bottom of the 9th, the Blue Sox will have Ramirez, Tucker, and Pasiak, 9, 10, and 1. Due up, foul tip, strike 2.
USA and Turkey right now tied at 1-1.
USA and Turkey 1-1 the 21st minute. Again, that game means nothing to either team. Pop up on the infield. And it'll be caught
For ADSL in the top of the ninth
by Jake McElroy for the out that retires the side. The Blue Sox have guaranteed themselves at least 1 point, and they'll try for the 3rd time to walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th.
Let's do the thing.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of
Whatever this is.
This is Baseball, if you can believe that. Bottom of the 9th, the Blue Sox are only 2-2 against Park League competition this year. This does guarantee ADSL their first point. Well, it doesn't guarantee, but they're looking for their first point against ICL competition this year. They, Mass Envelope, and the Boston Padres are all winless against the ICL this year. Only the Brighton Black Sox and TJOs are above 500 against the ICL.
Leading off the bottom of the 9th, designated hitter, number 17, Eric Ramirez.
Eric Ramirez, pinch hit for Brian Acosta with runners at the corners and 2 down in the 6th, and ended up flying out to center to end that inning. Takes strike 1 in the outside corner from Zach Wensley. Appeal, he went around, says the base umpire, and it is 0-2. So Ramirez, Tucker, and Pasiak to try and get the Blue Sox the full allotment here. Blue Sox have had chances to reclaim the lead in 6 and 7.
Okay.
Here's a blooper into center field. That gets down for a
Nice.
base hit. He's 1 for 2, and you know what kind of chaos he can create on the bases.
The extra hitter, number 11, Harrison Tucker.
Tuck, pinch hit for Brendan Doyle in the 7th and led that inning off with a double, but could not end up coming home with what would have been the game-winning run. Pickoff attempt, and Ramirez is back safely, and he is a pest on the bases for sure. Tuck squares. Gets it down, but foul for strike 1.
It's past my bedtime.
Having fun, though?
Yes.
Even with the Skeeters?
I think they're the only ones having fun tonight.
Come on. What about Eric? Oh, he's ready. Oh, he's dancing. He's dancing. Another pickoff now. Rotate the mound. Tuck squares again. Runner goes. Bunt is down. Oh, Ramirez hesitated. Oh, no, he slipped, and it's going to be a force at second, and that will make it one down. Oh, my goodness. That is a tough one for the Blue Sox to swallow. They still have a runner at first, but now one down. But it's another chance for Jack Pasiak.
Somehow the streak has a chance.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Wear it. Put some dirt on it. Well, he gets on base anyways.
On-base streak continues, Jack.
The second baseman, number 3, Jake McElroy.
These baseballs need a timeout.
God. McElroy is 2 for 3, couple of singles, a comebacker, and an intentional walk. Oh and 1. Tucker at second, Pasiak at first. Pickoff attempt, he's safe.
Wensley has a phenomenal move.
Yeah.
I'd be super confident in myself trying to snare another pickoff here. The Blue Sox already got one.
First of the year for the Blue Sox, and Obi picked off a runner in the first. 0 and 2. Right now, all he needs is something back up the box to win this one, but you see the second baseman, Spur, playing pretty close to the bag. That can open up the right side if Jake can go the other way. Another pickoff. Oh, I only saw the umpire's right arm go up first. I thought he was about to ring him up, but it is not in time, and it's still 0-2 to McElroy. Outside, 1 and 2.
The lights don't turn off at 10:30, do they?
10:45.
10:45, I'm pretty sure. One and 2 to McElroy. Another pickoff. I mean, he's very confident, obviously, in his move, but, like, yeah, seriously. Swing and a miss. Slider down and away. 2 down.
The shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
That would have been a good pitch to go on, too, because you have the slider down and away. It's going to make it that much harder for the catcher to fire to third. So here is Jimenez. Outside corner, strike 1. He's 0 for 4. Couple of strikeouts and a couple of groundouts. Hoping to put one through to the outfield and walk this off, or else you get a point, you get a point, everyone gets a point. Swing and a miss, and the Blue Sox down to their final strike.
Sam Feely is Oprah now.
I've used that line plenty of times during hockey. 0-2. Down and away. 1 and 2. Ramirez led off the inning with a single, took off on a sacrifice attempt by Tucker, but slipped on his way to second, was forced out. Pasiak hit by a pitch. McElroy struck out. First and second, 2 down. Another pickoff. Still safe.
How far back Prize is in center field too. Like if that does get past, it becomes an adventure because then you got to hustle on your throw in to the plate. And 2 strikes. Take care of business that way.
Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over.
Tonight's final score, ADSL 3, the Lexington Blue Sox 3. With the tie, ADSL moves to 4-9-1 on the season. The Blue Sox move to 7-3-1. Time of game, 2 hours and 32 minutes.
So the Blue Sox get their first tie of the season. I'm sure, given the circumstance, they wish it was their second. And there were chances to get the full allotment. But they end up moving to 7-3-1, and ADSL gets their first point against ICL competition this year. And they move to 4-9-1. A tough one there for the Blue Sox. Up 3-1 with 6 outs to go. They concede the tying runs in the top of the 6th, but Matt Draper comes on and throws 4 scoreless innings in relief. He ended up with 6 strikeouts in the span of 7 batters, 7 overall in his 4 innings. But Mike Connolly gutted through the first 6, and Zach Wensley through the final 3, and this ends up being a tie. 3-3 is your final score. Good return to the Blue Sox by Craig Corliss, going 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. But in the end, the Blue Sox just pick up the 1 point, and they'll be back in action tomorrow night, although we will not have coverage of that game because they will be on the road to play another Park League opponent when they visit Mass Envelope at Fallon Field, which was the scene of the loss in the with 2 outs in the 9th to Palmer last Wednesday. So with that said, this has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone for a decade and a half, you can believe it. Copyright 2026, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Blue Sox or LSP is strictly prohibited. A reminder that if you want to support future LSP content, you can do so by buying shipping shields using the link and codes on the screen or in the description. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Buy some of this fabulous merchandise from the LSP store. And, of course, if you are down with the sound called LSP, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP37. We'll be back in action Sunday night at 8 o'clock for the Blue Sox, taking on the Middlesex Expos at Lawrence High. Until then, once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is ADSL 3 and the Lexington Blue Sox 3. For all my ready friends here at center field at Lexington High School, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2026.
Suckers.
That's the wrong slide. Love you, Katrina. Party hard, Caitlin. Miss
Love
you,
you.
Tina. I'm so tired, man.